say a team, like what, like any team. Just name a team that you fuck with though. Your team.
The Knicks.
Then another one. Boy, let's do it.
Yo, we live. Quality fucking medicine podcast, and we got a fucking legend in the building right now.
Not yet.
You wouldn't consider yourself a legend yet?
Nah.
Well, what about in the underground? Would you consider yourself an underground legend at this point?
I ain't done enough.
That's hungry. This nigga's hungry for it, man.
I ain't done enough yet.
That's crazy, bro. Because I was going to say before the mics turned on, you're one of the only niggas who, because 2 weeks into us being down here, you know, you held us down and allowed us to get into Pink Flamingo and all that type of shit. You know, you had faith in us type shit, which we really, really appreciated. That was 2 weeks into us being here. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was crazy that you took that risk on us. So we get in. I see you. I dap you up. I'm like, bro, thank you for allowing us to be out here and all that shit. And you're going fucking crazy on stage. You know what I mean? Just controlling the crowd, all that type of shit. And I was like, yo, I would love if I could chop it up with this nigga one day and see how his brain works. And look how God works, man. Shit crazy. You know what I mean? So
it's crazy.
Now we here, bro. And you was
underground.
New underground Atlanta, baby.
Cross.
Times cross. Bro, so you were saying when you were at Pink Flamingo that day, you were completely sober.
Yes.
On that stage.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of the people who watch this have seen the footage.
Oh yeah.
Of this nigga jumping into the crowd. Did you know niggas were gonna catch you?
I do that. That's what I'm known for. That's why I'm there.
Bro.
I normally walk. I got this move where either I swim. It's different styles, you know what I mean?
Whoa. Take me through the styles of crowd surfing real quick.
Okay, so this the art.
Tell me the art.
So sometimes, you know, I've been doing this a minute. Started with Studio 37 doing my shows 2017. And I would go and I would walk on the crowd. They'd carry me. I'm big as shit. They
bro, this nigga's like 6'5", mind
6'8".
6'8".
Shit's weird. I don't know how they catch me every time. Like it's like a thing. And I go and got this thing where I'm like, I do this, and they know, and I jump, and then they catch my feet, and I walk a little bit, and I just come down like this. And then I just walk. Then I get in the crowd with them. I think it's more the relationship of every single time I sacrifice myself to them. So it's not like I say I cross surf and then I'm like, take me back to the stage. I actually, no, if they keep trying to keep me up, no, put me down. Then I go to another level. And you see me do that, and I stay in it, you know what I mean, with them. Bro. And it's just like a relationship more than anything. So I'm known for jumping in the crowd,
bro, every
time.
And how does that shit feel? Like, does it feel like the hands on your action? Is it hard to balance, like, when you're up there?
No. It's. I feel like it's more spiritual than anything. It's they see that okay. So people spend their hard-earned money to come out, or even time, because I don't just believe in just physical money. Right. You know what I mean? I think it's way deeper than that. So they put their time. They have this whole plan, being like, I'm gonna come see this show. Right, so if you give them yourself, then they gonna give it right back. It's like a magnet. That's why I feel like it's easier for me. And so when I jump in the crowd, it's more like I'm light as a feather. As big as I am physically, my spirit is like I'm one with them. So it's like they care every single time. You seen it. I jump in there 3 times. You know, that first time they're like, whoa. And then the second time they might be like, oh yeah, we know you coming. Yeah, they ain't gonna hold you up. Nah. Every single time.
Wow, that shit is crazy.
Weird. It's weird.
Nah, but I believe in energy personally.
Absolutely.
I believe that, like, every time I've hosted an event, I feel like if you give yourself to your crowd, once you get into the crowd, next thing you know, 50 people is turning up. You didn't even know what the fuck happened. You know what I mean? Shout out Midnight. He's one of the first niggas I seen really do that as well. Do you know Midnight?
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. He a cool nigga, man.
It's contagious.
For real, his energy is contagious.
I'm saying like the whole thing of it though.
Right.
You saying talking about the 50 people, and it's contagious, and it's just spread. Because you got some people that's watching. Everybody want to be a part of something. So you got some people they got it in them, but they saying they got to see somebody else do it, and they might do it better because now they like fearless.
Well, do you feel like you were the type of person who felt like they had to be a part of something? Because you kind of strike me as somebody who almost was always on his own shit.
I was. I am. Like, I'm not still to this point because I consider all of us as, you know, in this community family. But yeah, definitely was not a person that felt like I needed to be a part of a thing, and that was by default because I moved around a lot.
Right.
So it was always me, and I think that's what attracted people. You got two sides of it. You got some people that, you know, later on in the process it turns into that movement because they're like, oh, I want to be able to just be. I see what you're doing over there. We comfortable over here, or
right.
they want to invite you to be like, come be a part of us. Or it might start off as, you know, you go to this high school mentality, like pick on you a little bit, might be like, why you feel like you separate, you know what I mean? And then that's just start that, and then a lot of times you might get into it with somebody and they become your best friend.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Very common.
So all of that experience I've been through. So it just, when it came to art,
right,
being from Atlanta, representing a sector, I
Which
guess
sector?
of underground. I'm saying the underground in general.
Right.
That's what I led with. You know, with Studio 37, a lot of the kids that's doing a lot of stuff, they was birthed into that movement, and that
so
was.
We gotta definitely get into like that Studio 37. I want to find out exactly how that helped transition you, because you were doing parties before that in college, right?
Did you ever go to?
You didn't go to college.
Never been to college.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas really self-made out here, man. Not a lot of, bro. Almost everybody in this house is a dropout, and I ain't gonna.
It's impossible. It's low key. It's a miracle for me to even be in a position, because, you know, I tell people, college is a market in heaven. You got all these thousands. You know, reach to thousands of people for free, in a sense. Well, not free because you're paying tuition, but
that's not what you're paying for the degree, but you get that free
access.
Exactly.
So for me not to ever been to college, it wasn't difficult, but my relationships early on in my career going into where I'm at now mattered a lot, because it was people that did go to college. So we was all, you know,
fighting.
Going to different corners, building a house, building a foundation. So I got this corner, I'm coaching. You know what I mean? Fashion, boom. You got this side, and because we're cool, both of our worlds gonna come together. But they might not even rock with each other, with us. Like your world might not rock with me by myself.
Right.
But because I'm rocking with you, then we start to build this community, and it get scary.
It gets scary. Yeah, for sure.
In a good way though.
Only because, bro, collection of minds, if led with the right intention, is a super positive thing. Do you want to bring out that tequila real quick? Can you bring that out over there, bro? I was thinking about it this whole time for a second. I was like, man, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, nigga got that fancy shit.
It was a good Tuesday.
It's a good Tuesday, man.
Memorable interview.
Hey, listen, should I even say, you know what? Can I shout them out? Nah, no, bro. Right. Hey, we got a businessman in the building. Hey, you ever see the video of you shouting out your top 5 entrepreneurs where you were like Diddy, Hov?
I gotta put that back up.
Yeah, that shit is
that down.
Really?
Wait, y'all did y'all homework.
I mean, you know what we do, man.
That's been going for a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
That's your card. Yeah, go ahead and get a cup real quick.
Yeah.
You want to use some of that? Bailey, you have orange juice? You want to use orange juice?
It don't matter. Whatever you guys. And I love the setup too. It's very inspiring.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Listen, bro. Every single day we're in here, we're trying to figure out how to make what we do better. You know what I mean? I feel like that's more so what kind of separates us from a lot of people. Not saying that a lot of people don't do that, you know, but a lot of people sometimes, I feel like, get too caught up.
Y'all be getting the games in. I know.
We about to play one of those. Bro, bring out a game real quick, man. Bring out a game.
It's the style. He like, oh, two-way. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
You might have to wait for this. I already see it. I already see how it's forming.
Oh, man. We getting into my personal favorite game. Pull me up a little something, man. Thank you. My personal favorite game.
Okay.
The scenario game. It's a classic game here, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And what we do on that game is we put you in a scenario, Brian. You choose a card, right? Mm-hmm. And we put you in that scenario. You tell us what you would do in that scenario. If you don't even want to talk about it, you can drink.
Oh, wow.
Or you can I guess those are the
You want to wait to the end?
options.
I can tell. I can already. These not the only questions, are they? Is more?
Nah, these are the only. We only gonna do 2, and then we gonna do another game. Later
Okay.
on,
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
What's
This
wrong
is
with
tight. I got you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Of course, man. Appreciate
Yeah, this
you
is
for coming
tight.
out here, man.
I like that. I like the questions.
We're having a good time tonight, man. You might not like the scenarios when we actually put you in it.
Oh man.
Nah,
It's thought out. It's thought out.
It's very thought out. You know what I mean? So you tell me. Let's pour up first. You know?
Okay.
Get a little loose, man.
I'm happy that y'all, you know, it's interesting because y'all not scared to show me the questions already. The scenarios must be wild,
bro.
because y'all not scared at all. I'm trying to plot together how I'm gonna get around whatever.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be very mad. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna tell the people. But when we were DMing, I was like, bro, you know, I don't usually handle the DMs, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna handle the DMs in this particular situation, right? And you could probably tell it was me behind that shit. I'm like, yeah, we gonna talk about sex, drugs, violence, like we gonna talk about all that type of shit. He's like, bro, but please, can we talk about business and fucking?
I want to talk about all of it.
Yeah, I know, but you were down to talk about all of it. But I appreciated the fact that you really want the specific things that you said you wanted to touch on. That meant a lot to me because those are things that I also want to touch on.
You are a business.
Doing this I'm a business man. I don't know. You might have to choose that one now. But we have 3 options here.
Okay.
And you tell me. Maybe not start with that one. I like this one a lot too.
Yeah, let's start with that one.
Honey, I shrunk the kids.
Yeah. I want to start with that one.
This is
he already going.
This is an interesting one.
It might be some shit. He already going. He like, yeah. You have it?
Nah, you know, I keep it low key. I be in my room meditating for like an hour on these. Like, yo, how far can I push this shit? Honey, I shrunk the kids.
Let's do it.
Cross.
Yes.
A millionaire comes up to you and offers you $750,000. There's a lot of things you could do with that amount of money.
Yes.
You know what I mean? As a businessman, you know.
You get a lot of socks.
Get a lot of those good
socks.
What's the name of the brand that you're wearing right now?
Public Transportation. Shout out to Tyreek Morris and Money Team. You dig? I'm all the way dripped in it, from the shirt, the pants, my socks, and the shoes. We made everything all the way to the shoes.
That shit is crazy,
to the socks, to the hat.
And the drip is real. And this is
I got Supreme boxers on. We ain't
gotta you gotta have.
We gonna get the boxes though.
Good preem boxes. You know what I mean? We gotta talk about fashion, some do's and don'ts and that shit and all that type of shit.
I don't believe in that. We can talk right.
Yeah,
but I don't believe in that.
I
don't believe in that.
An interesting conversation.
I don't believe in do's or don'ts. It's interesting because there's nothing new under the sun. So I feel like it's who you are. It's what you portray and project out of that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So you feel like we'll talk about it in a second, bro. Let's get into these games real quick. A millionaire offers you $750,000, but he wants to shrink you, take your height, and turn you 5'2".
Oh.
5'2", my boy.
Oh.
That's shorter than me. That's you walking into this room. That's you walking into this room and fucking being the shortest nigga in this bitch right now. Mind you. Probably. And the only lady here is actually pretty tall too. So, I mean, you would be the shortest person in this room right now.
For $750,000.
Man. That's a lot of drip. It's a lot of Supreme boxes.
Yes.
Socks.
Socks.
Whole lot of socks. Whole lot of red.
Man.
This is a tough one.
I say no.
No?
No.
Do you really feel like height is worth $750,000?
Yeah, in a weird way.
Really?
Yeah.
What is height privilege, bro?
All right, so
because I'm not 6'8", I'm 5'11".
You said what is height privilege? It's some different shit. It's like a secret code in society y'all in. Like y'all niggas Masons or something. It goes to height. You over 6'3", it's a different world, huh? You feel me?
He don't feel you. That nigga ain't 6'2".
He's 6'2". He like 6'1", 6'2". He right there. He close enough. He got hair too. You got hair. You a certain height. They you know, girls. They're like, oh, he's 6'4", and yeah, they take it there.
That's true.
But I don't know. I feel like,
They can
so
what is height privilege really mean? Do you feel like it would affect the bankroll? Do you feel like your money would be affected by that shit?
I feel like if I'm going off of so we not talking about me. Let's generalize it. Let's generalize it. Mm-hmm. I feel like I would compensate too much. So I'd be like, feel like everything I'm doing would be to compensate for my height. Like I would literally like, yeah, I'm short, but my money long. I'm staying on my money. Like everything, like everybody, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like so I feel like, damn, I'll be losing. Because it's about the money. So you see what I'm saying? The question about the money. So I feel like that will be me
overcompensating.
Yeah.
Like if you so before all this shit, before the money, before all this shit, you already felt like that nigga.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
That's why I went by my real name that we don't talk about no more. But you feel me? I went by my real name forever.
I know, yeah. That's how we originally met before. Yeah. And before that, you had another name too, right? No, there was.
I had like it was, but everyone know me for
this.
So yeah, so Cross is. It's not even new, but it's still at the same time. I'm at a point where I'm understanding. If I'm a slave for anything, it's to the arts. Right. So I understand in the generation we're in right now, things are happening so fast, where you want something that's memorable. You want something that is easy. You know what I mean? Not so much like people can't learn my name. I just was like, all right, let's make this separate from it's all me, but let's make this a brand. Let's make this something where people can ask why. Everything I gave, like what I meant by that to slave to art, I'm giving my whole self to it. Like not going to college, not doing certain things. There's nothing wrong with it. I encourage it, but for me personally, I want people to ask why on every angle, and that's just me, because I feel like I'm a walking business. So if I do something where they can ask why, then it can translate to more inspiration that make people be like, all right, let me try that.
Right.
So Cross is how I cross over for so many different mediums, from acting, directing, fashion. Like I'm crossing over.
Okay.
So I'm in so many different lanes. So Cross.
And able to intersect and cross over into every single aspect of this shit. Okay. Yep. That's what the name means. Mm-hmm. It had nothing to do with any Christianity or anything like that?
Of course, and to a degree, but I feel like that's personal.
Right.
So, and I'll get deep real quick, and we're going to keep playing the game. So how was the answer? How was the answer?
I think that was a very good answer. And that was straight. The only other person that I heard. The money. Yeah. Listen, man. Honestly, for 5 for 2, I'm gonna stand on my money, man.
You feel me?
What? $750,000, bro. Listen, I'm gonna walk into every room dripped out. I'm gonna be the most drippiest nigga in the room, rolling on. And if I could keep my same personality with that, I'll just be like calm, like I'm just chilling.
Can I do a mind fuck real quick?
I'm ready.
So you said that if Buddy had, and it's going to that business, show y'all quick it move. If Buddy had enough money to give me $750,000, right? That's what the question was, right? You see where I'm going. You see where I'm going. So he got all the money, but at the end of the day, he still felt like he needed what? Something that was what? God given my height.
Damn. Nah, for real though. That was one of them ones. That was probably the deepest shit we ever heard on this podcast, man. Damn. I guess you can't. Hey, it's in you, not on you though. That's what at the end of the day. It's in you, not on you. So. If I could keep my same personality and have been
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the thing. I would have to be able to keep my same self,
right,
and just have lost height and been able to be like, yo, I'm still, you know what I mean? But if I was born 5'2",
that's different.
Yeah, I'll probably have to, you know what I mean? I'll probably be a little bit more angry. I'll probably be a little bit more angry. Have a temper.
Shout out to all our 5'2" males.
Compadres, man.
For all 5'2", 5'5".
Go ahead, get you some money, man. Then they can't deny you then.
And get you a tall friend.
Hey, for real. Well, the tall friend might take all the hoes.
Nah, you can't have them all.
That's true. Somebody's gonna trickle over to you.
You feel me?
I mean, it might not.
It might be the baddest one too.
Or the baddest one.
You know how some girls they love fat dudes. They be bad.
That's true.
You be like, damn, what's wrong with me? Like,
no, I actually like short guys actually, and she's like 5'7", 5'8".
Women run the world, bro.
Oh nah, for real. If you want to talk about it, I feel like women right now have a lot of a lot of, well, actually, I can't even say that because, ooh. Oh, we getting
you start, you start speaking on the women.
All right, let me change topics real quick, baby. Nah, I'm playing, but like, I feel like there needs to be actually more done for them, especially after like, you know, this most recent transpiration with the Roe v. Wade.
That was crazy.
Shit. I was not expecting that shit at all.
You wasn't?
Bro, I mean, I thought we were past that. Like, now they're trying to ban Plan Bs and shit too. Like, or like just birth control in general. Like, what the fuck is going on?
So you can get deep again. Don't.
It's about to get real deep right now.
So we just lost like 1 million people. Think about it. So it's like out with the old and with the new.
That's true.
So it wasn't affecting the younger people like that. It was affecting the older people. Now all of a sudden you gotta have babies. So now it's like, whoa, those same, in a matter of like 30 years, I'm just going to put that number on there. Them same people we just lost, 2020 and 19, well, 2020, yeah, it was 2020 to 2022. Boom.
Now they're going to be, so you feel like, are you saying like it's a plan for overpopulation?
What is even overpopulation?
Well, they say the whole world can fit in Texas. That's what they say. You know what I mean? But the resources.
You ever think about like a farm and you see all that land? You be like, that one family, they got all that shit. Like, it could be like 10 houses. We go down. We go when we out the outskirts of Georgia. You be like, whoa, all the way back there. You see horses and shit. Ain't no way it's just as many people as they say, lower or higher. As really, we don't know.
Right.
Just live your life.
There's no real way to know.
Live your life, kick it, have fun.
Right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And just enjoy this shit because it's something after.
Do you feel like you like seeing people enjoy themselves, and that kind of is what gravitated you to this career path?
Yeah, that something out of nothing is crazy. That's birth right there. It's like, whoa, it's empty in here. And even if, because when I was beginning, I used to say if even one person come, that's a blessing. But the fact that, 100 or whatever number at that particular like RSVP came, I'm like going crazy or whatever. But the fact that you can see something, ain't nobody in there. Like, perfect example, y'all set this up. Y'all know how I'm going to come in. Now it's
right
happening.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Then it grows. And then, so I look at it like I love people to have fun, to be like, okay, that moved them. All right. You see what I'm saying? We did this. We had a skate park inside this time. What can we do this time? You know what I'm saying? The next time or whatever. And it's all about pulling from your resources. But everybody have no investors or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's all coming from the community. Somebody might have a projector over here or something. You know what I'm saying? Ice cream truck over here. Be like, yo, come on, let's do this. And then all of a sudden, the people that's not in that circle, they feel a part of it because they there. They like, yo, they had this or this. I'm coming. And now it's a relationship. So I love seeing people, expectations either been overmet or just seeing them have fun.
I think people's expectations are always overmet at the events that I've seen from you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Always overmet. And that's one thing that I appreciate because not a lot of promoters are focused on that. I feel like there's a few, but then there's some people that are all about the money, you know what I mean? And all about clout, and all about like just trying to not really about the culture, you know, and the culture behind this shit. And, I feel like that's what's what can kill it.
Because it's at an all-time high.
Yeah, right now. I was just saying.
I was just talking about that a couple of days ago. I'm like, I ain't never seen it to where people being like, yeah, I rep the underground. It was always, I'm trying to get out of it. They're like, nah, I'm the king of it. Or I'm the prince of it. I do this. I'm the and that's a thing because it's a market for it because we got social media and shit. So it's like,
we're trying to create. That's why we trying to get into that, man, and we trying to really create a platform for people to be like.
Y'all did. I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely, I'm not just saying that for no point intended. I go on y'all page and know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Like I literally go on y'all page and say, okay, it's Tuesday to Thursday. Right. By Thursday, I know it's gonna be a post up. You know what I'm saying? About what's going on. And I'm like, all right, I didn't know this was going on. All right, wait, this interesting. They picking up on even this. Like even with June, my boy June, the basketball game.
Bro, that shit was lit.
You see what I'm saying?
That shit was lit. That's where we met you at.
Yeah.
Like for the second time.
Been talking and everything like that, but even that's what helps it. Keep doing it, because it seemed like, I don't know, y'all might be like, okay, I feel it, it's happening, but just in case you know, whatever y'all feeling, a lot of people are watching. A lot of people notice that because it's consistency, and all you need is something like this or a little bit more people, you know what I mean, rallying around it and seeing this work. Like y'all having Metro Mars, different people. Y'all had Yella, Money Shine, you know, and that keep on being continuing, and then you got it on YouTube, so it's there forever. Man. So then it hit, and now and then might be a year from now, and then it might be one of these artists pop off, and then now it's like, okay, we got to go to New Underground,
right?
And then it's digital to reality, bro. That's what make it so far. It's like y'all putting on digital, but then I know y'all probably gonna start doing major events.
Oh, so, yeah, I mean, you know, we're definitely gonna get into the event space. We have a lot of big plans, bro. How do you feel about the metaverse?
Oh, I don't get into none of that, man.
Really?
I'm so like old fashioned outside. So everybody be like, I'm outside. I'm like, yeah, like that's all I know is outside. I'm happy that we getting back to that shit, honestly.
Right.
The last 2-3 years was crazy. I'm like, bro, you know, that's where I thrive off of, shows and everything. So, I mean, I'd rather, that's what I said when I remember telling you about the foundation, like that box. I'd rather have a homie that know that, and trust him and learn it. And from the common sense perspective,
right?
But not delve into that, because that's not my you know, my gift or whatever like that. So, but I can learn it. I know common sense. I know when I'm being sold some. You know what I'm saying?
It's important to have a team around.
Team is way more important than one idea. I always say, Apple could have been called pears, oranges, cranberries. It's the people behind Apple that made why we all got an iPhone. Type shit.
Right.
It's not the name Apple type.
That was a very small part of the bigger scheme that went behind it. And people don't really see the behind the scenes. They just think some nigga made some phones and put that shit out. Nah, there was intricate planning that goes into people.
Different backgrounds, like you know, having, you know, I use PT for example. We come from different backgrounds supposedly, but at the same time, we work for that name.
Right.
So it's about that. It's not about, with me or that. It's like, okay, we go through it, spar. At the end of the day, that we execute an idea, and then people see it, and then it's like they can feel it. They can feel the care.
Does that shit affect your ego though when you don't have your name in front of some shit? And at this point, was there ever a point where it was like, man, I want to be the front?
I think I'm always the front. I think that's subjective, because you always gonna have somebody. Okay, think about it like this: a team, no matter how good, like what you like teams, or like we can go anywhere, sports.
Yeah,
like,
sports.
But like say a team, like like any team. Just name a team that you fuck with though. Your team.
The Knicks.
Then another one. Boy, the interview was gonna go somewhere else. I was gonna turn into Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless. I was like, how you feel about that draft?
Hey, listen, shout out to Knicks, man. We gonna get it right. 2025. That's what we aiming for. Nah,
2030. Tripping. I ain't think no, but name another one.
Golden State.
Perfect. So Steph Curry hit like the best threes ever, but you might be like, man, I don't like how he wear his socks. So I like Clay. Everybody look at you like, you don't think Steph the best? You're like, no, I like Draymond. You feel me?
That's true.
That's how I look at teams. So if you a part of that team, somebody's gonna always, if you being yourself, somebody always gonna relate, and that's where you should be focused on. What relate to you, not trying to be quote unquote just the front. When did you win a championship?
Right. And being yourself, getting to that point too. Because I feel like, do you feel like people can pick up when you're not being your true self? Was there ever
not no more.
Was there ever a point where you feel like you weren't being your true self?
Nah, I stuck with it, good or bad. That's just me though. That's what make me just me. That's what also make it me getting to where I know I'm destined to be longer though, so I can relate to everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm technically supposed to be at a certain point. Well, I'm at a point, but still, you know what I mean? When you look at the business aspect, but a lot of times that was me when you asking me these questions about marketing, branding. never really having no one hired me. Nobody put me on. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like the community look at me as far as whether if they, some definitely so homage and even they don't, is because you don't have nobody over me. And they have the confidence to be like, we don't got nobody over us. So then we putting up our money together, scrapping and going against these venues and learning the business firsthand, learning it's a whole bunch of people, but then I make a return. Like just the simple shit that you don't really, no one is really bridging the gap and teaching us. We learning ourselves, but we also not being on some, you know, some asshole shit. And if an OG come and we gonna listen. I feel like that's the difference between what's happening now with the underground. When you talk about new underground, before it was like, fuck you. You know what I mean? You just want to come and
steal the sauce.
You feel me?
That's a fact.
But now it's like, nah, we need all this shit, bro. This shit is serious. It's getting to the point where it's a lot of talented people. So I would answer your question, no, you can't tell no more. Because everybody in it. And if you kind of make it about that, it's kind of like corny.
Right.
If you make it like, you know what I mean? Go back to like Steph, you know, you got, that's why I love sports and why I love where underground and music is going. You can have people that come from a rich background, poor background, been homeless themselves. Okay, where we going? Do we relate on something? And it's always outside shit that you relate to. Then you make your own shit. Like y'all need to watch. This is a little, you know, little sponsor, advertise, whatever.
Let me hear.
Pistols, bro.
Pistols
on Hulu.
I gotta hear that. What is
Sex
it about?
Pistols.
Oh, the Sex Pistols. It's a documentary on the Sex Pistols.
It's a show.
Really?
It's gems I give. Cause I'm me, so I always study. I'm always aware of things happen before me. I just doing it in my own way. Right. Watch that, and that'll make the process. Cause they only was going. They wasn't more than 8 years, bro. They made that huge legacy, but it wasn't even more than 7, 8 years because of, you know, they was the originals, but they took from so much other things though. Right. You know what I mean? They took from a lot of what came before them, or even we want to be told that with them, they like, we want to be told different than the Beatles. Right. The Beatles already got that side, but but it had to be a Beatles.
Of course.
So that's how I look at this right now.
It had to be a Beatles for the Sex Pistols. I can't talk about the Sex Pistols all day, but I want to talk about the history of this shit, bro. Yeah. Like, you've been around pretty much, would you say from the birth of like the underground? Nah. Of this new underground scene?
Well, the new, yeah.
Right. You've been around since the birth of the new underground scene. But before that, you were still around. What would you say, like, the transition has been? Would you say that, for example, a lot of people have been saying it started off with Outkast. You know, that's what we've been getting a lot of answers saying, like, Outkast started this shit and it kind of like went from there. What would you say, like, the transition from Atlanta taking over the game and the lineage of this shit?
Oh, the whole thing. Right. So, man, it's always been parties. Talking about Freaknik and just being in the sense of the South being open. So, yeah, I definitely think Outkast, but I can't really speak on that. Right. That's before my time. I more just respect it, but I can speak on currently, you know what I mean, what you know, to be honest with you. So yeah, Outkast, but it's with being in it, and I'm never gonna be fake about it. It's so many people that probably really built it that don't get credit for real. You know what I'm saying? That I don't even. I like to talk about the current, the present, because things like this is how people will always be able to know the truth. Like, this is the new. This is the birth of the new. You know what I mean? Having the podcast, you know, this thing's been happening the whole time, but where they covered. You know what I mean? Right. Did it take all the way to get into like a double XL magazine or something like that to really get what was already happening?
Because niggas don't have boots on grounds. A lot of niggas, like, that corporate shit is what kills a lot of situations, you know? And I feel like it's very rare for somebody to, like, come with quality as well as, like, it's very rare for somebody to come with quality as well as without that corporate backing and that corporate tie a lot of times, you know? Because, for example, let's talk about Pink Flamingo for a second, for example. How were you able to get into that? You started off with Studio Number 37, right? So did that transition into Pink Flamingo?
No, I already knew Chris before that. Yeah, way before that.
Okay.
Probably like 2014,
Shout out Chris.
15, 16, like around like that whole era. You know, he was capturing. He wasn't even in the car community. People don't even know that. That's why it's so much respect for him, because anything like when you got certain people that quote unquote like us gatekeepers, I get this is what it is. I hate that, but because anybody can get in that position. But when you're in that position, being able to say something and then execute it and know what is required to be in that culture, that's where you get the respect. So Chris being in the car culture is his work ethic is going from first coming from the underground,
right,
and capturing. You know what I mean? He's a conductor. He's not actually driving. You follow what I'm saying? I think he knows how, definitely, but he's not actually doing that. Mm-hmm. So it first go off of capturing it and then putting light on a culture that probably wasn't seen yet, and to this demographic. You know what I mean? So with us, that's what it was for me. You look down on my page, you'll see he was capturing Studio 37. So 37 was already a thing, and Chris would come in and capture it, and then do his ties with different other artists. He'll be able to you got the Rolling Louds and stuff like that, but underground I held supreme. You know what I mean? And he'll come in. We have different meetings, and we say we was gonna do something. This before the pandemic. Wow. Pandemic hit. He went crazy into the car community. I had to digress because you can't do no shows. You know what I mean? So I went into a whole different lane. We gonna talk about that later, into directing. So where he went into cars, I'm going into capturing, going into film and things of that nature. So, yeah. So we've already had ties. We did Boiler Room and Placing Faces together. That was crazy. That was insane. And then we met up again in earlier top of the year. We was like, we're going to do something, and we just executed on it. Because at this point, it cleared the dust. You know who's who now. You got the new up-and-coming age coming, but at this time, everybody want to be back outside and shit. Right. So you're like, all right, this makes sense. We trying to go.
We're doing it from before can now, like, come in and, like, really cultivate the energy that was growing. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Put that flag in the ground.
And that was what birthed this last Pink Flamingo event?
Yeah, the warehouse, just relationships.
Because that shit was crazy.
It was insane.
Car shows.
First time ever. Atlanta history.
I've never seen anything like that before or after that. Niggas had Sunny Digital in the building. Mm-hmm. A lot of high profile, you know what I mean? Niggas mingling with the people, you know what I mean? Not just there, but like niggas was like there with niggas, you know what I mean? Like with the people. Mm-hmm. That's what separated this shit crazy. Yeah. Next thing you know, the doors fling open, car show going on over there. I know niggas was thinking like how that, were you planning for that shit to feel how it felt?
Everything. I mean, you get to a point where I'm gonna be honest with you, and I do this because a kid gonna see this. You thrive off of getting to a point where you know what you're doing. You always gotta stay a student though. That's the crossroad.
Cross.
You feel me? I'm learning right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this, but what does that mean? Mm-hmm. Because in this game, all it takes is that one opportunity for someone to see your vision, and then it turn into something else. So you stay humble. That's me. A lot of stuff that I'm speaking on is what make me me. You know, and a lot of people might hear and do this, or they might be like, all right, and because that's already in them. But for me, I stay grounded. And then sometimes in this particular business, I built myself up where I'm respected as such, but people are not that secure. They feel like they got to project something else because of the idea of what a rocker or a punk rocker or a rapper or what any of this stuff is. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm always learning. So when you always learning and then you get in a position where you know it's euphoria, people can feel it, and I'm just like, no, I know it's gonna happen. Like the whole time I'm saying this is Midnight Club. This the real life Fast and the Furious. Them doors gonna flick up. Of course, you know it was always a different element of, nah, we need to do this, we need to do this. You know, that's gone. But it's like, no, we need to do it like this and just make it a thing first. Then execute higher on that. Right. Let's just get it out and say that we did it.
Right.
Instead of trying to make it perfect the first time.
Bro, we talk about that shit in here all
that
the
shit
time.
Crazy,
nah, for real. Because it's like, you gotta allow, I don't believe in setting people up for failure. You know what I mean? That's what I will say. You know what I mean? I feel like you should start small and then grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I do think there is something to starting big, because to me, that shit seemed big. But I guess to you guys, like,
no, it was big.
It was big.
No, you gotta. Another thing about success is that's basically what we're talking about. Waking up is success. This is a success. Everything. So many people get into a number, but no, it's you do it and you build it up. You see what I'm saying? It's a domino effect. So every little thing to me is a success, because without doing that, you don't get here. You don't get there.
Right.
So it was a huge success because we did that shit in 2 weeks.
2 weeks is how long it took to do that shit?
Yeah.
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You got Sunny Digital, fucking all those cars show. Ski Mask is in the building.
Metro Boomin, Yella, like nuts, like a lot of people that's gonna be the future.
Yeah, there was a lot of
the present. Mike Will, us. You know what I mean?
Right.
You, y'all. Everybody mattered to me. You see what I'm saying? Everybody breathe. Everybody bleed.
Right. That's a fact, man.
So it's like when you think about it, that's why I felt like that, because you have me and Pales conducting that part of it. You see what I'm saying? Then you got Chris conducting the outside,
that other side.
And then you got no disc, making sure that the parameters and the Coliseum is
secure.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So
very secure in that bitch.
Shit dope.
Yeah.
The next one crazy though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man.
That next one.
Hey, you should have taken a flick in front of the posters if you ain't already do that, man.
That next one, man. We 2 weeks away.
Oh, this coming out after.
Oh, this coming out after?
Yeah, after. So
oh wow. So yeah, the next one is same location, but it's a surprise.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is a surprise.
Man, listen, we ready for it.
Yeah.
We gonna be
same location though.
Bro, we gonna try.
You know, they got the secret location right now. So since this is coming after, it's same location, but it's a surprise that I would like, you know,
how it's gonna change up.
Yeah. Shit's crazy.
Man.
Not gonna lie. It's you know, the only thing that make it really unbelievable for me is just being covered. We in 2022, we can actually do some shit legendary and say that we did it and show that we did it. And then other people like, I was there, and then get inspired and then do it. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing. That's what make the underground better, because it's like, it's not like you can't really steal no ideas no more. Everything been done. It's like, how can you make it to where people be like, I'm rocking with y'all. Right. You got so many different events happening in this community. Y'all like cover it. Y'all literally know. You got this Dark Envy, you know what I'm saying?
Envy, Midnight, fucking a lot of different.
And I've been chilling. I haven't even done a Studio 37. I chilled. I took a year off last year, and then I haven't done one this year. Just been cross, and because I was a heartbeat of Studio 37. I may have a heartbeat, so it was moving like it was a person. But it was a lot of it. I had definitely people helping me, but at the same time, it was a lot of me doing it. So now I'm stepping into a point where I want to assist. Now that pressure of that, and then I can just help people build their thing up, because I'm already knowing where I'm going, but I can help, because that's a different part of that's curating, and that's the business of events and, you know, experiences. Right. That's not making a song, like being in the studio, you know what I'm saying, right. Making clothes, you know, it's all the art forms, but it's different. So I want to get that game up. I want to get that to what's coming up and thriving now. Mm-hmm. Even when it comes to venues, a lot of these people helping them get their venues, get better deals. You see what I'm saying? I got relationships with a lot of venues. You know, that's how this last one did. You know, help them execute.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, they had the Shipper Car Wash there last week. I think it was called Twerkathon Car Wash. They had that. Like, I've definitely been seeing that location get a lot of people. Yeah, you know what I mean, since that situation. So that's undeniable.
And then my people. So like how we execute that, I take care of the help with the back end, and once it grow. I'm secure in my different, like, I cross over, you feel me? So I can be in the front and I can be in the back. You know what I mean?
What do you think is a crazy story you have from those Studio 37 days, though? Like, one of the craziest stories you can think of.
We had a Jeep inside.
A Jeep inside?
Yeah, a Jeep inside the party. And I'm going to go through them because it's a lot. It's a lot. I did 100,000 people all together. So with my events, I did like 50. We got to like 55.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot of events.
That's a lot.
A lot of different types of shit you were probably seeing.
Yeah. Seen a lot of different things. So
you ever had anybody like flash the crowd or whatever?
Oh yeah, you got all that. That's normal.
Really?
That's normal. It's people that I know they married and got kids.
Met at your event?
Yeah, they youngish. I'm like, wait, damn, y'all beat me.
Nah, for real though. You think it's hard to find a lady in this scene, like, or doing what you do? Like, is it hard to find love?
I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know. I know what love is, but now it's different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody outside.
He's too outside right now.
Everybody outside. But then if you got it, then you better hold it down. You know, because it's different. That's like, you a unicorn if you got that. If you got that, you lit. To me, you lit. I like that shit. Like, I wish I could have on some Sid Vicious, Nancy, Jay, Beyonce. I'm out there kicking it. We got matching shoes on.
That's hard.
The kids been like, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be on now. We got a community. We having cookouts and shit. You know, a little different. Just a little different.
Man, that fanny life, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little sex.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, baby.
You feel me?
Having a good time today, man. Niggas. Yeah. That was the longest first question we ever fucking
we been off that. Not gonna lie, we was off that.
We did only one question, bro. Can we do one more, bro?
Yeah, we can do all of them.
Let's see. To drip or not to drip? I'm gonna
go with this one.
This is a wicked one. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Let's do it.
This is from a story in the Bible. We're gonna put you in a situation.
So is this where the cross, like this where the whole
cross.
Y'all did y'all thing? I was like, all right, so we gon', you know, we deal with a whole bunch of people. So he might be coming here and he might be a priest, a hood priest.
You know, you never know. You ever heard of Crip Jesus?
Yeah, I have.
Crip Jesus is legendary.
Is that on Crip?
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Oh
no, that's Crip
Jesus
Mac.
Christ. Yes.
I think
wait, he's a Crip.
I think that
the one that be like Jesus Christ.
Is that the Mexican nigga, right?
Yeah.
I think he's a Crip.
Jesus Christ.
I seen that video.
So it's another one?
But there's another Crip Jesus who's just a rapper and he
gosh.
wears a robe, all blue robe. You know what I mean? Yeah. He has he doesn't have like Jesus type hair, you know what I mean? Because he's a nigga. But like,
what does that even mean?
Like a nigga like me.
I'm saying, but all right, we talk about that at different times.
Like, he doesn't have that like fucking, I don't know, Egyptian hair, whatever the fuck they said that nigga had, you know what I mean? I don't believe in that. I believe that's the white person's version of what Jesus looked like.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It was, like, they said in the Bible, Jesus had, do you watch a Malcolm X documentary?
Man, I know a lot. We ain't gonna go there.
Ah, man. We about to.
We can go there, but yeah, we can talk. We can do that. We can do that. I just rather keep people have what they.
With they program. I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? We can talk about Jesus another day.
We talk about him all the time, but it's more about when you just gotta know when people
is fucking with.
You know what I'm saying? Let it be natural for them. So nothing should be projected and pushed on. So if anything, I feel like somebody can look at a perspective and be like, okay, I see that you're not just saying it just because a lot of times stuff be used to separate. Even if it seemed positive. Of course. It's still separation. So I'd rather feel like a person see how I live off of it.
Ah, so you feel like your life is that testimony of what this shit is.
Yeah. And so you can't, I'm a living and I got results, so you can't really deny that. You can't, because everybody gonna ask how and why. Right. So whatever people believe is really their foundation. It really, and then you grow and that's what the whole point of life is about. You grow, you might be 60 and might meet an angel and you like, but so the last 59 years, right. them last 59 years led to that one day when you were 60. Mm-hmm. So I rather not, if I'm gonna preach, I'm gonna preach like that. I
feel that because I don't really.
I'm gonna be lit.
I don't really believe in pushing things on people. More people die to religion than most things. You know what I mean? Yeah. We can talk about that, but let's talk about this scenario.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? That we gonna put you in real quick. So this is the story of Joseph, just kind of remixed to kind of match a lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Y'all fire. Y'all fire.
You know what I mean? We gotta come with some new shit. So you're at a businessman's house, right?
Okay.
And he's going to invest millions of dollars.
I'm loving the affirmation and the manifestation. It's like it ain't nothing been under 75. Listen, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
We know
what it is.
I like that.
You know what I mean? manifestation is real, but his wife comes downstairs.
Oh shit.
His wife comes downstairs, and she says that she wants to sleep with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't sleep with her,
mm-hmm.
she's going to injure herself, punch herself in the face, and accuse you of having done that to her.
Jezebel.
Falsely, exactly. Exactly. Falsely accuse you of that.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to sleep with her to avoid that persecution? Or are you going to not sleep with her and let her falsely accuse you?
So let me tell you why I love. So this one, I don't care how big I get, and it's this automatically top 3, 1 to 3, because I don't know how crazy it's gonna get. My interviews ever.
Appreciate that, man.
All y'all.
Clap it up.
It's fire, bro. Not gonna lie, bro. This is deep. This is deep. So, the only reason why this is 5 because, and I'll show them, like, I'm a businessman. So what I'm gonna do, she try to play me, she can't play a boss player. I'm a boss player, she can't do that. I'm gonna tell him and say, chill out though.
Right.
Watch this. You think I'm lying? But watch this. Tell her, yeah, let's do that. Then go have her set it up, like do all that. And then we both show up.
That's a gentleman move, man. That's a veteran move, a gentleman move, whatever you want to say. That's a good move. We didn't even think about that response here. We didn't even think about that. That's some real nigga shit, man. Wow. So essentially, it's on some same girl ushering. Well, he used to not be named.
Nah. Yeah.
On some same girl. So
we show up and she like,
show up. What the fuck? This nigga flipped it on me again.
Yeah.
Damn.
If you gonna know you're gonna use Bible verses, you gotta know something about it.
Right, that's a boss move right there, man. And I appreciate what you said about that before that, though, when you started talking about the mentality of a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like there's a certain mentality of a boss that you have to have?
You do. Cause you see how you know what like I said, it's deep, but it ain't that deep. It's just putting an extra thought into it. That's why I said it's one of my favorite interviews because one, you think about it like this. We talking about money, so that's already good. Think about it. If you got $700,000, $1 million, if you not greedy, that's good. You can make that flip. You can do whatever. That's great. But what is the thing that's executing? It's the mentality. It's the mindset, right? You can hit the lottery. You can find $20 on the ground. You know, these things are, just trick of the trade. But I feel like the mentality is what separate everything. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if I'm in a situation with anything like that, I'm a more
try and strategize
the whole time. You see what I'm saying?
Rather
more
than flustered.
Yeah, and more looking at the money aspect of it, because when we first started as people, it was trade. It's like, if I like that hoodie, it wasn't about the dollar. I'm going to trade you something that you might not value that hoodie, but I'm like, I know what I'm going to do with that hoodie.
Right.
That's lavender. It goes great on my skin. I got lavender shoes on. You see what I'm saying? Good PTs.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I
PTs.
need that hoodie. Then you might be like, well, shoot, you got some salsa? I got some chips in here. I ain't trying to go to the store real quick. You got some. So the value is of what we make things. But the standard of money is like we all like need money or whatever like that. But once that's out the way, who are you or how you build your shit? So that's when you say the mentality of and that that was a long-winded answer. But when you was talking about the mentality of a boss, it's not about how much money you got.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can be a boss. I think about it. I love watching because everything, people get caught up in the industry. If you got boxes, you in the industry of something. It's industry of everything. People don't know the definition of shit. Like the industry is not music industry or this. No, it's everything. Our film industry. Everything is an industry. Nigga made these. He in the mic industry or equipment. Electric
equipment, audio equipment industry.
So he a boss. Even if he didn't make the design or he sell it, and then he providing for that his tribe of that. So his household gonna look at him like that. So it's more about when you move that out the way, the money aspect, it's more the mentality.
Do you feel like you would want to go back to a time where people were bartering? Like, you ever really thought about like the barter system
That's
and what?
Crazy,
bro. Like, everybody had to be an
you had to be
entrepreneur.
more skilled.
Yeah,
it was more skilled.
Everybody.
Like, it wasn't. People get one thing that's kind of frustrating. People get entrepreneurship with the amount of money.
Right.
It's just it's coming from yourself back to you. Like, you giving out back to you. You know what I mean? It's not one day you might have hit and you had 50,000 whatever. Next thing you ain't do nothing. So you had to prepare. And you like, oh, I had to save for this rainy day or whatever. When you got the security of a job, you don't have to do that. So that's the only difference. You know what I mean? So when you talk about a boss, I don't know. The word to me, and I don't even feel like I'm a boss though. I don't even like I feel like, that's why I said boss player. That's shout out to Tupac. That's Pop. You know what I'm saying? That's a mentality. That's a way. You know what I'm saying?
You just did release a video with you shouting out Tupac the other day. How do you feel Tupac? Would you say that's one of your inspirations? Because you also were into music. Yeah,
that's only, like, pretty much only. Not in the sense of inspiration of the arts of it, of music, because you got Jay, you got all these different people, but personally and storyline of the personal and then to what you do, definitely Pop, definitely. And people get caught up in the image, or they get caught up in the bravado and the persona. Nah, it ain't that. That's you imitating. I'm talking about the story, the narrative. And you connecting and we'll be like, oh, okay.
Let's talk a little bit about your story. So where did you grow up?
Everywhere. I moved around a lot. I never lived nowhere more than 2 years until Atlanta. Like, my mom's been here for 20 years, but we wasn't always together. So I lived everywhere. Oklahoma, New York, Miami.
California? Ever spent time on the West Coast?
I ain't never been to L.A.
Really?
That shot people. Every time I tell them, because of like me, they be like, I ain't never been to LA.
Wow.
Including with Pac, like, you know
you fuck with Pac, like.
But he from New York, so it's and I know when he went to LA, I know what it was, and that's why I feel like it's for me. Even that, like how that history, I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I feel like that's my ultimate home type thing. Atlanta is always gonna be where I'm from for real. Atlanta and Cleveland. But LA, I know I'm going to thrive there, and that's why I'm going through all this training, so when I get there, I can bring it back. And it's like, it's back and forth. I can help. I can be a bridge type.
Bro, and I definitely can see you taking out a lot of these kids from, like, this area.
Yeah.
And showing them, like, because there's always going to be, like, and we're trying to cultivate that, and there's always going to be art and, like, creation in Atlanta because it's such a black city.
Yeah.
I feel like black people
no rules.
Naturally. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's no rules. It's the Wild West of creativity.
Yeah.
Anything you want to do, I feel like there's a market for it here and people will support you. And that's what separates a lot of places from here. So if you start off here, I feel like you can pretty much go anywhere. That's why
it's the essence of how they treated New York. How like, oh, you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. That's what Atlanta turned into.
Yeah. Literally.
And that's more of less of opportunity. It's not that New York is always gonna be the mecca, but I feel like it's more of, it's so much talent in Atlanta, and there's no place where it's a lot of corporations that can just pick us up and, you know what I mean, take us out of here. But everybody know what Atlanta is and what it bring to it. So I feel like if you can make it out of Atlanta, you can make it anywhere. And everybody want to be knowing about Atlanta or having an Atlanta friend, even if they from, LA and they from New York, Miami, they want something to do with the probably the last authentic culture in America.
It's true. Where people will support you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can start from nothing. And that's the only that's what's so crazy that I think will never get out of style with Atlanta. You can literally come and not have, you got certain places where it's like, cool. Where your daddy stay, where your grandma stay.
Yeah.
Here it don't matter. It don't matter.
That shit crazy. They got a nigga from New York out here. They got niggas from California in the building, and they have us, you know, allowing us to showcase what the fuck is going on, allowing us to be a part as well of what the fuck is going on. Know what I mean? And we'll always be grateful for that shit. But so you grew up. You didn't really grow up in any particular place, though. You were all over
that's
the
what
place.
made me when you talk about being in the beginning of the interview talking about want to be a part of something and being that leader. I had to be. So
Right.
that was more of a divine nature. I had to be. I had to adjust. I had to do that. And then it made me get to a point where I'm like, oh, it's the same person everywhere. You know what I mean? It's just we might talk different, got different accent, whatever, but it's the same. It's okay if you here, I know a person like you here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So once I got somewhere settled, and I'm like, this is where I'm at, then that's where I built. You know what I mean? And then it just helped me. And that's a lot of similar to Pac's story. Going to New York, going to Baltimore, going to Oakland, going to Cali, you know what I mean? Going to Atlanta. A lot of people don't know Pac lived in Atlanta.
Really?
For most of his life.
What?
His adult life. Mm-hmm.
Really?
They had a statue of him on Stone Mountain. It's a Tupac.
A statue of Tupac is in Stone Mountain.
Yeah, his house was in Stone Mountain.
Really?
Yeah, Tupac was living in Stone Mountain.
That's crazy.
It was in Atlanta. And now it glitches you, and if you think about it, you can feel the energy of him.
Oh yeah.
Of like you like, whoa, yeah, he in LA because his label and everything, but he had that that synergy of that southern, you know what I mean?
Right.
And people didn't understand it because it wasn't projected out to the people. It was like LA, but he lived out in
and I think
Atlanta.
he always felt different than just a regular LA
dude,
nigga to
right,
me. You know what I mean?
right.
Like he just felt a little different.
It wasn't
like,
New York. It wasn't.
Yeah, it didn't feel exactly New York, but I felt like there was a little something in there because I feel
swag.
Like, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of swag in
that
there.
bagginess.
Right.
Because I don't even think they was more baggy in LA. I think it was more. It was baggy, but it was fitted. Like you think about just the whole Dickies, like just the whole
right.
You know, nature. It was more tighter.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? In New York, it's that. It was
all the way. Shout out Dipset, man.
Super baggy.
Can we, bro? Do you like, in terms of the history of fashion?
Yeah.
You know, that type of shit.
I like
Atlanta has a very interesting course in terms of that. Mm-hmm. I can speak for like. I'm going to just speak for most New York niggas right now, how it's perceived.
So you from New York?
I'm from New York.
Wow.
Yeah,
what part?
I'm from Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon, that's crazy.
You know where that's at?
Of course. Of course.
Listen.
Of course. Y'all air different up there.
It's a little...
just in Mount Vernon. People don't... Am I lying?
Nah, you're not lying,
just
bro.
In Mount Vernon, it's like a bubble.
It's like a third world country.
Yeah, once you go into Mount Vernon...
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't know.
He don't really know that. I'm the only nigga from there. Like,
he tell me that part.
Bro, it's a little different.
It's
like,
than Mount Vernon.
You come out there, if you've not saying you got to be known, but you got to, like, it's only 2 square miles, so everybody knows each other. Like, the niggas have seen people who you don't know
it's
you.
Weird.
Have seen you your whole life.
You been to DC?
I have been to DC a couple times.
It feel like DC in a way. It's in a, like because it's so low. Like New York,
everything is super high.
In Mount Vernon, it's like you right there. You can't get away with shit. You gotta be scared, but it's like you know what I'm saying.
Niggas try to get away with
right.
Shit,
But you like once you in the community of it, it's like
right. You gotta be from Mount Vernon if you're gonna do certain shit in Mount Vernon. It's just like it's not a very open community for like outsiders. I've been there. Unless you get co-signed, but if you get co-signed, then you gonna be good everywhere. You know what I mean? But like you just gotta know niggas. But we're talking about pop. But let's get back to you a little bit more because I really want people to understand like how that transition was for you. So you were moving around. Did you have both of your parents at that time?
I got both my peoples, but they never was together.
Right.
So it's like 2 different worlds. You know what I mean?
Did that affect you in a positive or any type
Everything
of way?
to me is a negative turn into a positive. So positive. So everything to me, my steps is ordered. It's positive. But it's interesting because you got 2 different households. So what you can get away with over here, you can't get away with over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you might be able to do over here, You know what I mean?
You can't do over there. Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
just like, all right, y'all confusing. Y'all confusing me. Like y'all, and y'all talk, but y'all cool.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't beef, but y'all really ain't. Y'all not even coping. I'm in the middle.
Right.
So that's lit. I feel like that's why I love the culture so much, because I feel like we raising ourselves. We raising each other. So that's where it'll be two different sides. So yeah, and my pops moved around, so I would be moving. My mom's came down here, been on every side of Georgia, like east side, west side, south side, north side. I mean, I lived in every. That's what I'm saying. For me in Atlanta, and that's why I say Georgia, because you got Lithonia, you got all these, but Atlanta is interesting because I have so many relationships from so many sides. Because I lived in so many different sides, and I might connect with somebody. And I'm like, all right, man, I'm about to go back to the house. All right, where you stay? Man, I stay out there too. I'm like, then we out here at this party in the city. You stay out there, all right, man. I'm about to cop the ride with you. Boom. Now we kicking it. You know what I mean? That's how this years ago, but that's how I built relationships and everything. So taking them two things, like I said, when my mom came down here and been here, I would come visit her because I stayed with my pops for a little bit. So I'd come back and I'd throw parties in Atlanta. And that's how I got known. So I would be in a situation where I'm in Miami, you know, people seeing me out there kicking it. I'm in Miami with the Miami people. So when I come to Atlanta, people like, we want a piece of that. You know what I mean? That
we
culture.
Want to feel that, yeah.
And then the vice versa. That was just placement. So I took a negative to a positive. I'm going back and forth. You know what I mean? Wow. And then able to kick that off and throw parties. That's how I started, and I got away from it. Got into music heavy, built some brands that I won't talk about. Nothing against it, but I just feel like what I'm doing right now, it would blow your mind if you knew everything I've really been a part of. And it would make more sense, honestly, why I'm in the position I'm in. But I understood that it was all training for now. So when people, it's a blessing that people gravitate towards me the way they do now, because they feel like they know me already.
Right.
But I've been prepared for what's about to happen next.
Because of the training that you did. Yeah. People don't see that side of things.
See that shit.
That's the thing that people don't see, like how long, like it's all about preparation. All this shit that you see.
If you got one shot, you might.
Listen,
Eminem.
Come on, man.
If you got one shot, yeah, Eminem is wild.
Yeah.
He's lit.
He's super lit. But I was about to ask you, so you were doing that. You were throwing parties back and forth at the time. So while you were doing that, would you say that you were like, how would you say it was affecting like your day to day when you were doing that shit?
That's all I do, bro. I'm a lifestyler. That's all I do.
Right.
That's all I do. It's and so many people don't use common sense, so they think when you. And that's why I'm so happy about my trajectory and the fact that it's really just beginning for me no matter what, because people think that you can't support yourself off of doing what you love or being creative 24/7, and that's a narrative I definitely feel like I'm chosen to break.
Right.
Yeah, like people would, just because you're not flashing money or whatever like that, they think that, oh, you just, it's nah, like I don't have to be an A-list artist to support myself off this, you know what I mean? But so when I get there, I'm more authentic, and people gravitate towards me when I get there. I look at, because I'm a student, like Skepta just not now in the last like 5 years, 6, 7 years, and America wise, you know, really got to that point where people like Skepta, but that man been doing it forever. Bro. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it, when you get that, everybody got a place in the game. Like everybody got a position. So certain people position when they do get there is to be, that whole story is to literally blow up so it can get heard and people can go and do their thing. And some people blow up literally overnight.
Right.
18. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a place. That's why you gotta be you.
You gotta be you
and not give up.
Speaking of your music career, it was very interesting for me to see that song that said "Death of Mumble Rap."
Oh yeah,
what I want.
Yeah.
Very interesting song.
So you
itself.
did your homework. You did your homework. This is wild.
Listen, very interesting song itself.
Directed the video myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Super high quality, by the way.
Thank you.
Videos, all your videos have been like that, though, from what I've seen. Like, super high quality, like, from the beginning, which, you know, we obviously appreciate here with the video work that we do. But, like, what made you, like, what was the stance on that? What were you trying to say?
Is it mumble rap right now?
Huh?
Is it mumble rap right now?
I wouldn't say so.
No.
I wouldn't say so.
No. It was prophecy.
Let's talk about it.
It's real. Have you heard of anything? When the last time you heard the word mumble rap?
That's true. I haven't. But I think most people are assuming, though, that
I just wasn't in a position to where, like, Jay-Z did the same thing with Death of Auto-Tune.
That's what I was thinking about.
I knew it.
Death of Auto-Tune, right.
It's the same thing, but because like, let's go back to the last statement I just said. It's because I'm not in the position. A lot of times when you get in that position, it's the corporate. So you was already there the whole time. It's just now you got up to the point where you got in the viewpoint of corporate, and they see how they can make different income streams off of you, and they put you in that position. Then everybody know you. So they look at it different because of everything we've been talking about is these numbers, right? So they look at that number, but you was already there the whole time. So then you got to get prepared for now people expecting or think now being like, okay, it's you there. And that's where all that bullshit that you ain't overcome and you ain't trained for on purpose come out. And that's why you know, crash out, whatever like that.
Right.
But some people would take, like 2 Chainz, he got businesses and everything, but he took him getting signed twice, and then boom,
TT boy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm kind of like that of the youth because I'm not nowhere near 30, but at the same time, I have a lot of experiences to where it seemed like everybody that come creative and other than people don't realize Pharrell. You know, a lot of these people.
I hear a lot of Pharrell influence.
They were older. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When we looking at where they was, Pharrell was 35 when he was lit. When the ones that we know, when he made In My Mind, all that. But we thinking that we got to figure all this shit out by the time we 25.
Right.
And that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Kanye was 27, 28 when he even came out. So by the time we seen, you know what I mean, all of the lights and late registration, he was already 32. He made the first Yeezy at 32. You see what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So when you think about it, you like look at Joe Fresh, like a lot of people, you know. So it's like eras where these people come because of the outside surroundings of how we communicate in the mediums. It don't really be the art form. You see what I'm saying? The people that cut these checks is still from 40 and up. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about that. 50 Cent had on a do-rag, a headband, and a fitted cap, and a bulletproof vest.
I remember that.
And he was 30-some years old. That's crazy.
That's true.
That's lit.
That's super lit.
You feel me? So when you put that expectation on yourself, you don't even know. You might hit right there, then you become you dumb caked up, and then but you beat yourself up at what's going on because of society, and then you don't do that. So
you feel like at that time you were more so feeling like this mumble rap shit, which would you consider mumble rap? Like
I mumble rapped in the song.
You did mumble. That's what I was about to say.
It went over, like, and that's just, but that was humbling for me because me doing that, that's me as a person. If you really get deep with our artists, a lot of our artists might they predict things. And some of them they dope. They just regular, you know what I mean? But some people have an intuitive, you know what I mean, vision where they said that and it's a receipt and you be like, whoa, that happened because our words are powerful. So I feel like at this point, it's wiser for me to just be art and then do that through it in different ways.
I see. So it was just kind of like...
Because it's out there. Idea. You know what I'm saying? Because I cannot not speak on it, but I was bold enough to do that and put it out there and say it. And it's a receipt there. You know what I mean? As far as, I said definitely mumble rap, and there's no mumble rap right now.
That's true.
It wasn't about me talking about nobody. It's me. I'm a cultural person. If you look at Pop, and like I said, my inspiration, he took on the persona of representing hip hop. If you look at all his interviews, he was first. He really popped off before everybody. You know what I mean? He was in there for a minute. You know what I mean? So he took on he understood the fivefold ministry of the art form of that. So for me, being in Atlanta and being behind the scenes and now going into what is a perception person, which is the rapper, you follow me? Well, I always been. Now it will be translated better. But yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what's going on in my culture. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm seeing it every day. A lot of artists popped off from me creating a platform.
Oh, for sure.
I didn't create a song that went off. I created a platform. You got Bktherula. You got these people like.
Will you have a relationship with BK?
All her shows was 37. She did probably like a couple shows other than 30. Every show was 37.
Wow.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, like literally every you can look it up. Every show. You look on the Studio 37, it's BK.
That's incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Because when did you feel like you saw that in her?
That's my gift. I see it in all of them. And I tell them. And a lot of them in that beginning stage, like Nutso Thuggin', that's my boy. He about to go crazy. A lot of them want me to manage
crazy
him.
On that Yellow Bandana Money Sean mixtape.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yella. You know what I mean? Sean, they want me to, a lot of them in a particular format of their career want me to manage. I'm like, nah, I'm a mentor, or I'm going to stay away. I'm going to have this platform for y'all to get off, but y'all going to understand later why I didn't, you feel me? Because I'm one of y'all. That's what made it lit, is because I'm not a dude that's like, with a suit on. I wear suits, I get jiggy.
Really?
But you see, but I don't come out as a person. I understand.
Right.
So I'd rather wait till I get there and it's real, because when you get to that point, you're dealing with people's livelihoods. So now it's like, when I get there and I got the relationships, either to get you signed or leverage it, with whoever I'm with. Because you got to think, Diddy just got... He just got honored or whatever.
BET Awards.
Yeah,
right?
and that man been doing. He's 50. Like, you gotta think, man. You gotta love this shit, man. Right. You gotta be like, Quincy Jones made Thriller at 50.
I didn't even know that.
He was 50 years old when he was. So what the heck was Quincy Jones doing before that? He made Thriller at 50 years old. Imagine if he was like, yeah, I ain't doing this. Michael, 25 years younger than him. He made it, so you got like a 25-year-old, whatever.
Age difference between.
And then you got working. That's why it's so far, the greatest album ever. And they made some lit shit.
Man, do you see yourself getting into that Quincy Jones kind of position within the shit?
Yeah.
I'm about to ask you, actually, where do you feel like you stand in the underground right now?
I am.
That's a powerful statement.
I know.
Cross. You know what I mean? That shit is crazy, man. Like, and people feel it. People see it, you know what I mean? And it's undeniable. And that's one thing that I feel like not a lot of people have. You want to bring out that second game? Not a lot of people fucking have in this shit.
This is fire. Wait, hold on. He came out. You gotta show
that nigga's a tray, man. Hey, we do this shit on a whole new level, man. Hey, listen.
You heard me? You can put me back up, too.
Oh, hell yeah. You're going to have... Matter of fact, this is a little bit of a shot game, actually.
Okay.
I mean, we dueling right now. You ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh growing up?
Nope.
Really? Yu-Gi-Oh is hard, man. I recommend it.
I know about it, but yeah. I never... See, that's one thing about me. I'm never going to act like I did some shit that I didn't do. I'd rather...
Real niggas don't speak on shit they don't know.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I always hold... I hold that close to my heart.
But I wish I was on that. I was a Dragon Ball Z head.
I fuck with Dragon Ball Z, too.
But Yu-Gi-Oh, it was just like... I was like, damn.
The cards were confusing themselves.
It was.
The cards were confusing.
It was too much of a card thing for me. I was like, bro, it was serious. It was like if you was poking, it was like you was set tripping. Right. So I just stayed away from certain shit. I'm just telling you my childhood. I was just like, bro, there's too much going on. You had Bladed Blade at that time too.
Yeah.
So y'all hit to Bladed Blade?
Of course.
So you had all this shit going on, and it was just...
Bro, that was my, like, I don't feel like we're that far in age, to be honest.
Man, I'm 37 forever.
Really? Okay, I'm 24. Nah, I mean, I thought I was saying some shit just now. That's hard.
37 forever.
Went right over my head. I was like, damn, I'm only 24. I didn't know you was 37, nigga. You talking about Diddy.
Nah. 37 forever. I told you I'm under 30.
Right.
But yeah, I want to... I'm disciplined. I want to break that. And
yeah,
it's not like,
that age,
and think about it. It's not like I'm being like, oh, I'm the savior or anything. No, I'm saying for me, well, my career, if I'm out here, I want to be able to have, I want the young people to be mature and the old people to feel young.
Right. And everybody being able to accept each other.
We need it.
Know what I mean?
How the fuck we gonna be able to keep, like, imagine the story of y'all starting in the crib, and then all of a sudden somebody, it keep going, and somebody come and be like, all right, I got this warehouse, I ain't doing shit. Or I got this damn, you know what I mean?
Goals, man.
And then all of a sudden now y'all in it, and then it's just like, oh shit, now y'all got multiple. It's crazy. You never know how I seen it all, bro. I seen it all. I remember so and this ain't some ancient stories. These are like in the last 2 years. Bro, a dude gave me his whole so y'all know where Metropolitan is, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know what that is? Where that's at? The street, like Metropolitan Lofts and.
Nah, I don't know where that is.
Okay, so y'all you will know. So it's like Metropolitan Lofts, and across the street it was like this building. Bro, he gave me the building, like the keys, bro, to the building. So I'm living in Metro. I had a whole building to myself, like a store, 24/7 store. And then the venue that I started, and they were brothers. So I had the venue. Oh, this is, bro, it's like a triangle. I'm on the same street. So I'm living here, boom, boom. Didn't have to put no money up.
Damn.
Straight back in.
But like.
Straight positioning.
Because how do you feel like you get people to fuck with you that heavy, bro?
And let me tell you, that first they did not fuck with me. Let me tell you that they fuck with me, but I'm a business threat because I'm supposed to be like, you know, niggas want to little bro you at that age. You like 40, you know what I mean? So my partner at the time, and we can get to the game after this, but my partner at the time, you know, we providing the people. So then he was like, yeah, we gonna do like an 80-20 on the bar. Y'all get 20. And I'm like, but we want to provide the liquor. How y'all gonna try to give us 20% off our liquor?
Right, exactly.
Like, so, but then he closed that deal because he was like nervous, whatever, like that, and I wasn't there yet. So then I come, and he like, oh, so you the one that I'm really supposed to
we talking to?
And then I come, I'm like, that ain't happening.
Right. And
then so he let that first one happen. Boom, boom, we do that. And then it always worked like this. And that's just, it don't be me. It just be the divine nature. They let you do that off, and they be like, yeah, you know, I get, people be coming here renting all the time. We're like, all right, cool, we done. We got our party off. All right. Then all of a sudden, like a month later, whatever, you get a call. Boom, boom, hey, can you do one of them parties again?
Because you kept it so official.
And it's like, yeah, how about you do it every week for the whole month? And I don't try, like,
whoa,
shit like that be happening. Or I got this homie now because I'm about to close it down and I'm about to put you with him. And I'm like, all right, bet. Off of me just not budging, but also just being like, all right, over. They always underestimate it. So the expectations superseded. And it wasn't about like how lit it was. It was the fact that they seen us up there hammering shit, putting shit up ourselves. They like, man,
niggas respect.
How the fuck can I be? I ain't had that. You know that story. I ain't had that. So how can I see this in my face and not? I'm still gonna do a little elbow rub on them, but I'm gonna let them rock out.
Right.
And then that's how it works. And I'm trying to not glitch in it, and I'm trying to do that way younger than them.
So what's coming up. Like for you, what's been very valuable within business as well is your ability to stand on what you believe.
For sure. You know what I mean? For sure. That's been the main thing, is being like, but doing the homework to know I ain't just talking bullshit.
Right.
To know that, okay.
Are there any
I'm gonna look like I look like I lost for the to be honest with you, when it won as far as it being an event, but I needed a residency. Right. So I look like it was happening, but it wasn't like he wasn't like that till like a month and two later.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how I normally been going with me. And that's a trend. That's more of a trendsetter
mentality.
Yeah, and you gotta be comfortable when people catch up. And some niggas they get in that position, and when people catch up, they be arrogant. Nah, like you know.
Is there any specific, before we get to the game, are there any books or like things that you would recommend?
The Bible. The Bible lit. People get so caught up on these little stories, man. People be dying.
Right, all types of shit.
People getting robbed.
You heard the story we poked in the Bible earlier. You know what I mean? That's some real life shit that happened in that shit.
It'd be all tight. Whatever you want, it'd be based off of that. So
wow.
Yeah.
That's
Once you
dope.
read that, you almost read every book.
The Bible taught him how to be a boss. It's a quotable right there, man. All right, so in this game, we basically duel. You know what I mean? We have a lot of options here.
These some 5 questions.
Yeah. Mine are a little crazy, too. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Did y'all pick what size was coming? Or did y'all know, like, was it one side, my side, and are these just random?
I think they're random. I didn't plan these.
They random?
Okay. They're random.
Because it's lit.
So basically, we both put out questions. And we try and get the other person to take a shot. That's pretty much the whole game. If you don't want to answer the question.
Oh, so this is a little competition.
It's a little bit of a competition to see who will chicken out.
All right, bet.
All right. I'm going to start off with this one, Carlos. You know, I know you turned over a new leaf now, you know what I mean? But I know you're still in the streets a little bit. What's the biggest lie you ever told a girl?
The biggest lie I ever told a girl.
Biggest lie. The biggest lie.
You want me to be real with you?
I want you to be real.
My problem is I don't, and that be hurting me. And I'm just now learning I should. Maybe.
I know what you mean.
No, bro. Because
like, you fucked her? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did. But it went like this, and it'd be like, but I'm like, damn, I thought. So let me tell you about that shit. That shit is crazy. So I've been on some shit where I'm like, all right. How you look sometimes is not who you are inside.
Right.
Yo, so like a lot of times girls want me to be on this and I be on something else and it don't work. So I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna be what y'all want me to be. See how that go for like a little bit.
Right.
Cause they be like, they be swearing up and I'm like, no, I didn't do that. And then they get me, cause I said no, they like, you could have just told me the truth. I'm like, but I didn't. And then all of a sudden become real. And it just be like, so no, if my shit be, I be telling the truth, and that shit do not be working.
They don't. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit be backfiring on me.
People say they want honesty, but
they
don't
really
want
handle
honesty?
the truth.
Come on, you want the truth? You can't fucking handle the fucking truth, man. That shit.
I'm telling you, that was crazy. That was a crazy question.
You know what I mean, because that's what people don't talk. People don't talk about that. Like, what do you say to somebody when they ask you, "Hey, did you fuck her?"
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, even if I did, you don't want to really know.
I'm the type of I'm the type of guy with a girl, like girls, like if I did do some shit like that, they just go ask the girl. Like my shit don't be working, bro. I don't know if it be my persona where they think I'm going. They be like, I'm gonna tear that tree down. I'm gonna expose his ass. That's why I be chilling, cause I be like, nah, they gonna, yep, I did it and. Yeah.
A little bit more of this.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And then it's be like, I'm like, damn, so your whole thing wasn't even about me. You knew I was messing with her, so you was just trying to get her. I'm like, shit. All right. Well,
talk about it. Caddy.
I'm lit then, a little messy. Ain't nothing wrong with little sex, though. Nothing wrong with no sex.
Nothing wrong
with my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Bow.
What's the most
embarrassing habit you ever had?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Wait,
bro.
so what happened? Do I? So I don't want to mess with the game. So
if I don't want to answer that, I would have to take a shot.
Okay, bet.
You know what I mean? So we chilling for right now. Okay, just pull up.
So yes, what is the most embarrassing habit you ever had?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. When I was younger, I definitely ate my boogers longer than I should have.
Oh, longer than you should have. You ate them at all.
I'm not gonna lie to you, gang.
How you went in?
I feel like every kid ate the boogers a little bit.
Oh, you saying about age?
I'm saying
like you was like 15.
I wouldn't go that far. I wasn't 15, but I was definitely like, I remember getting caught from the teacher, and I was definitely in like 4th grade, and she was like, "What the fuck?" Like she made me feel so crazy for doing that shit, bro. She was like what? Like, are you fucking crazy, nigga? I was like,
that's wow.
Embarrassing, dog.
Nobody ever like.
Nah, I was always a low key type nigga though. Like,
okay.
I was on the basketball team, but I'm the type of nigga where I could really play the shadows. Like if I really want to, like I'm the type of nigga who disappear on your ass. Like everybody will be in a group and I'll disappear.
Right.
And pick my nose and then come back.
And then dap everybody up.
Right, dap everybody up. Yo, what's up? What's cracking, gang? Niggas
should have called you Booger.
Niggas ain't know though. Maybe I started COVID. Nah, let me stop. Yo, I'm playing. So let me stop, man. But yeah, bro, that's my most embarrassing habit for sure.
Okay.
Though. And I used to do a little air wax. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
You ain't do that at all? Nothing?
Nah.
Really?
Earwax?
I did like, I don't know.
How did that feel?
Baby powder.
How did that feel like doing that and then doing that? Like
it was like
that logically didn't feel like, whoa, I'm just.
It felt like
you like it's me.
Exactly.
I love every part of me.
But
that shit, wow.
But that shit's not real though, cause yeah, you know what I mean. There's certain shit you can't taste. You know what I mean? Wherever you.
So you don't have no problem eating like.
Nah, listen, we ain't go. I would say this. You know what I mean? I'm the type of nigga, bro. When I was younger, I would just like try shit. You know what I mean? Like, are you Jamaican at all?
No, we talk about that off.
Oh yeah, okay. Nah, I mean, listen.
You Jamaican?
I'm Jamaican as fuck.
He Jamaican.
Oh, you Jamaican? Well, go on, brethren. Yeah, man.
He just came back.
You
like,
came
like 2-3 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Which part of Jamaica you from? Montego Bay. Whew. Yeah, my family from Asia, Manchester. Crazy country shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out Jamaica, man. Shout out
the birth of hip hop.
Hey, yeah, for real. DJ Cool Herc or whatever.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I know my little history or something.
1973.
Man, this is a history lesson podcast right here,
It
man.
is.
It's crazy. All right. Let's see. Which one should I choose? Cross. What's the weirdest thing that you're attracted to? The weirdest thing.
The weirdest
thing. You can't say
thing.
feet.
Nah.
I mean, that's regular. Like, fat ass. That's regular.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I gotta think about this.
What is that fly, man? It's fucking fly.
He in the interview with us.
Yeah, that nigga want to get on the mic.
The weirdest thing I'm attracted to.
You see a woman and it's like, I know for me it's a nose. You know what I mean? I look at a woman and it's like, that's the first thing that I notice for some reason.
That's
like,
crazy because like that's like that for me too. That's
really
weird.
Man.
That's weird that you said that because I'm gonna come clean. I wasn't gonna say that, but that's actually a thing. That's like one of the main things. You know what I mean? He with us, man.
Yeah, that is just all around this bitch.
Dang, that's crazy.
Nah, bro, that's the first thing that I look at when I look. Because when you look at a woman,
can I say something else?
Please.
The neck.
Are you a long neck type of nigga? You like a little chubbiness on the neck, a double chin?
That's just.
What's the neck vibes like?
So it's not one of the things where I'm like I discriminate, but it's a thing that I do. It's like a neck. It's like the neck.
Do you want a tattoo on the neck though?
Yeah, I like that. Sometimes it's the neck, but the tattoo on the neck is different. That's like a weakness. Yeah,
really?
Kinda,
that takes off points off the neck?
That adds,
right?
What?
Oh yeah, for
that's
sure.
Lit. Tattoo on the neck.
Oh man.
Imagine like just like right here, small, like on some like
right.
Whoa.
Yo, I know this young lady who has Hendrix tattooed like right here off of the Future album, and then she has like some other crazy tattoos, bro.
Oh,
Shout
wow.
out to you, man.
She different.
Like, yeah, it's crazy. You know what I mean?
That's a little fearless, like
fearless. She's definitely fearless.
Yeah, it's a little the simple things.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just love tattoos on a woman, bro.
Yeah,
that shit
tight.
right there.
That's tight.
Yeah,
I can do without, but I can. I know what type of girl I might get with a girl with tattoos.
Exactly. Yeah.
She might probably
stab you.
No, she just probably might dress better than me. Some shit. That shit lit.
Yeah. I like a shorty who could dress better than me, but I don't want a girl who dress too girly though.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you got tattoos, like you gotta think we and she. Because you gotta be real. It's all different type of women. So if she in that certain vibe, I'm like, oh nah, she might know some shit I don't know. So I'm fuck with that because she might put me on some new Japanese clothing brand I'm not up on.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Some fly
fucking
shit that I can learn from.
I love that shit when you meet a joint and then she teach you about the culture in certain ways. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, because that normally don't happen.
That
so
normally definitely does not
for
happen.
me, that don't. So I'm always giving the game, man. So
when you could get game from somebody.
What? That's just a different synergy.
Man. Shout out all the ladies out there giving game to their niggas, man.
Yeah.
Holding the nigga down when you going through, because a lot of people don't like to talk about the beginnings of business.
Oh,
How were the beginnings for you? Were you immediately making money, or?
It be up and down, honestly, just because of the pandemic. So I felt like, but that humbled me for where I'm going into like music. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel like with music, it's a universal language. So I'm going to study your art. So Basquiat used to tell Madonna, I'm jealous of you because I got to make a painting and it's only one of them. And you can make a song and it's everywhere.
Right.
But I'm five. I'm Basquiat for real. So for me, knowing I'm going into music, I make something that's a sonic art that's going to go everywhere. And then with me being such a performer and entertainer, you know, loving to, you know, entertain people.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's going
to. The live shows on
happen.
that are going to be.
I know it's going to happen, bro.
We got to be there to
We bringing that shit back. People ain't been really, they be like, oh, I'm raging. Y'all ain't. That's one thing I take passion about is that performing.
That performance?
Yes. And I'm ready to, you know.
Take it to that next level.
Go to the Coliseum, the battlefield. And do these shows all over.
We gotta get that documented, bro.
Yeah,
we gotta get that documented.
It's gonna be something very interesting on the Pink Flamingo show.
The show
going crazy.
I'm excited about that.
I'm gonna jump off something very high.
Whoa, another gem.
Yeah, very high.
This is gonna be dope when we cut in the vlog from you saying this to like catching you like jumping off.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on something very high.
It's a little Uzi. You seen that video of him on like Rolling Loud? Rolling Loud jumping out that fucking speaker?
Yeah,
that
shit crazy.
Hard. You know what I mean? You want to choose one now?
All right, so
what am I gonna choose for the last one?
Bow. Kinkiest story.
Oh man, where did y'all niggas?
These some crazy. That's why I asked. I said, "Was I'm supposed to answer these?"
Don't worry, I got one for you right after this. Wow. Let me think about what I can actually talk about right now. You know what? I'm going to just go all the way. Yo, shout out the niggas who watch this. You know I love y'all because I'm about to give you some real reckless shit.
Oh, shit.
I hope none of the ladies I
don't get judged.
Don't judge me, you know what I mean? Don't worry about me. Listen, it was a phase. You know, I went through a little whole phase. I mean, we all been there, but I was at a phase in my life, you know, me and my joint had just broke up. You know what I mean? So, you know, everybody got to go through that little phase, you know what I mean? Where you get your mind right, see what the fuck's going on out there in the streets.
Right.
I was living in New York at the time.
Okay, makes sense.
I'm at a bar in Brooklyn.
You
know, and the gentleman asked me to fuck his wife in front of him.
Oh.
No.
So that story wasn't about me. That was you. This was therapy for you. This was therapy. He was like, "Oh, what would you do for a million?" I'm like, "It's a crazy question. Where your mind go? This is your life."
Listen, he ain't even paid me or nothing. That's the worst part about it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real. I was
in the future, so you actually did that. What I was saying.
Yo, how you cross? Bro, listen, bro. So that nigga, he asked me to fuck his wife or whatever.
Wow.
So I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? Let's see what's up. So I pull up. Know what I mean? That nigga greets me at the door. Know what I mean? Has some champagne there. Yeah. Has some drinks there. All types of shit. Lined up. You know what I mean? Took my jacket off of my back. You know what I mean? Because it was wintertime.
Do you have dreads at the time?
I had locks at the time. You know what I mean? I had locks at the time.
Sense.
So took the jacket off of my back. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, you know, we feeling real wavy right now. You know, I'm feeling like the man a little bit. Next thing you know, she comes through. She just gets it cracking on me.
Lingerie? Come on.
Yeah, you know, see-through, everything.
Oh, wow. What color?
It was black see-through.
Oh, wow.
I never went back through this memory in a long time.
This,
you know this is a long time ago. You know what I mean? So
you're only 24, so you live
Listen, we was living this rock star life for a long time, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This was around right after the boogers and the earwax. It's like
right. After I stopped eating boogers, I started cucking niggas. You know what I mean? So You know what I mean? So yeah, she had me out there, and it was a good time. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was successful.
It was very successful. You know what I mean?
Shit.
We did it probably like once or twice. I ended up
different occasions.
A few times. You know.
Whoa, he was there every time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's his joint. You know what I mean? That's your wife.
Oh,
I'm not gonna do that too. Like I'm gonna communicate with you when I'm pulling up.
Oh shit! Yeah. It's a porn episode
type shit. You know what I mean? So that was probably the wildest shit I ever done. Like, and at this point,
how did it stop?
They moved to LA.
Oh, they got another. They got
another. You know, stud out there. You know what I mean? Taking my position. It's all good though. Yo, shout out you. But now I ain't really on that though. I'm more focused on the business.
Oh, don't say it like that. Them niggas. You ever seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that shit is real.
Don't put it on the business.
Man,
it get crazy.
That was a good. Now you can't go again, nigga. You trying to go again? Asking another story?
You called me. That's how you know you do this. You peeped it.
Bro, this nigga
I wasn't ready for that. I see where it going.
Hey, but I got one for you though.
All right, bet.
Read that for me, man.
Oh, wildest porn category that you watched.
That you watched and enjoyed. Can I add enjoyed at the end of that, or just have to enjoy it?
That's crazy because I'm not really that's wild.
You never watched porn before?
Nah, like of course that, but it wasn't really like a thing for me. So I'm gonna tell you a story that why I got super duper traumatized like early on some shit. So I feel like the feds was watching, not feds, but like so. I'm at my aunt's job.
At your aunt's job.
Yeah.
That's all great stories.
So I'm at my aunt's job and like, you know, I'm looking up some shit and then some shit pop up. So like slick everybody's there. I don't know why everybody was there for some reason. But like this, I'm younger. And basically some shit pop up and then it was like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? So then I start watching it or whatever like that. So I'm like,
some shit pops up on the screen.
No, like I searched for something.
Okay.
And then like, so this back then where it's like, it's not like now. So I was probably looking for like Gloria Vindez, like something like whatever, like trying to find something. So basically they got the history, you know that. And I didn't know history. Like, I didn't know nothing about this. So then, like, it was like a big intervention.
Really?
Because it was in the history of me going to, like, the website.
So, wait, you searched up a porn star?
No, not even a porn star. Not even a porn star. It was like a video vixen. That's what, it might have been Superhead.
Oh, yeah.
It might have been Superhead.
Because she had that iconic video.
It might have been Superhead. So, this like so basically, like, I seen more porn on Twitter on accident than me really going crazy on it because I was just fucked up by that, bro. It was everybody like my grandma, like this shit was kind of wild. Really.
So what? They kind of got everybody together.
Yeah,
it was
bro,
like, yo,
yeah,
Cross
bro.
is bugging right now.
And it was weird because like I'm like, damn, like I didn't even know. What got me was the blind side in this, and the fact that it was like I couldn't even lie. When you know how you on some shit where you want to lie. You like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? I didn't look up shit. What do you mean?
You can't even do that.
It was like,
I ain't look this shit up.
It's right here. What are you talking about? It's right here. And I was just like, damn. So it's like, other than like that, it's really been too. So the wildest, I don't know, just fat ass. I don't know. It's hard to.
Fat ass, XXX. That's what you're searching up?
I don't know. It's kind of, because I'm more into people.
So you was always the type where you were trying to get a girl to the crib. It's like that kind of felt lazy to you doing it that way.
Not lazy. It was just like I'd rather make one. I was tweaking, bro. I did. Like, if you would have asked me a different question, then you might have would have got something out of me. Bro, how many I have made?
How many pornos have you made? What is the wildest sex story you ever had?
Oh, I got chased by the police on the beach.
While you're having sex?
Yeah.
You were having sex and
I was
getting
having
chased
sex,
by the police.
and then I started so first I was moving. Yeah, it wasn't like that. Like literally, it was like that, but it wasn't like that. Yeah, I was getting chased by the police on the beach, and then and that was so exciting that we did it at like a staircase of the outside of like the hotel. Of the shit. Then went back on the beach. Just because, like, let's see if we can do it again.
The exhilaration of fucking the cops chasing.
And I ain't gonna say who it was, but it was also the person. So it was very interesting.
Man, I know some celebrities had thrown themselves at you, man.
They straight. I'll keep it
55th Street. Man.
Yeah, but that was the wildest shit because it was like they was really running and falling and shit. We in the sand. Man. And I'm light because, we're not in shit.
Right.
So we gone. I carried her one time. She was like, I'm like, all right. She got on my back. Wow. This a real thing, bro. This is crazy.
Was there sand in the coochie, though?
Was it sand in the coochie?
Like, cause y'all
so so you know how they pile, like, the shits up? So you know how on the beach, when they got, like, the chairs or whatever like that. Like, so, and I don't even know if it's, like, the chairs, but they pile them up. When no one's there. Like certain hours when the beach's supposed to be shut down. Whatever, so they pile them up. So then, like, I had her on like the pile type shit. And then one time, like, I think we got caught because I climbed. I'm big as shit, so I climbed it and like have her. So we on top. I'm like, so we can see like the ocean.
Wow.
And shit and get some, like, I was tweaking back then.
That sounds lit though.
It was dumb lit. That was the craziest. But getting chased by them, it was wild because it was just like, damn, we can't go nowhere. So we just out here, not naked, but we sleep naked.
It's niggas seeing you, niggas gonna be like they was doing something.
They was doing something, and it's just like, you feel you got that sense of we can't go to the street.
Yeah,
we can't go to the main street because we feel like we
crazy.
caught. Well, we don't know what's going on. We don't know if it's like if it's damn people waiting on us, like, so because it was like a good like 4 or 5 police. Yeah,
chasing niggas
because they was in the. It was like they was in the cars that go on the beach. They drive on the beach.
So you was running from a car?
They jumped out the car because they jumped out the car to
pursue.
And then we ran.
Damn.
And they started running off of instinct, and then it went into the car shit. And we seen that because let me tell you. So when we went into the dip of it, we was like. This happened, like, it was kind of fire because at the end, like, the sunrise, so it was like,
this sounds like a movie scene.
So we fucking went to the side and we can see them passing, type shit.
Did you suggest let's dip in this corner?
Yeah.
So you suggest
everything once it got there because like it was. Because I went to go visit her. It was one of them player moments where it was like, it wasn't like we was like on some, she was in town. Yeah. And it was spare of the moment. Then it was like, all right, I'm going to visit you. Mm-hmm. And then her friend, because at first it was like her friend was in the bed. And then she was trying to like not be no way because her friend was in the bed. Yeah. So then it's like I'm fucking with her friend in the bed, but it's like then she like, all right, you trying to be lit? We all can get lit, but all right, cool. So we left and went outside and was like on some talking shit. Wow. And then that's when it popped off and type shit.
That shit sounds like a fucking movie.
That shit kind of different. Nigga. That shit different.
I wish I could, bro. That's our rock star lifestyle, man. I can't wait till I could go to fucking Jamaica and fucking do that same. I'm gonna try and make that same exact scene happen.
Don't do that in Jamaica.
Really?
What?
Niggas will probably chop you up or some shit like that.
I'm just be scared. You might get what's gonna happen when you get caught?
Damn, yeah, going to jail in Jamaica is no joke. I was wondering, like,
then niggas in there, they be like, "What you in here for?" Fucking. And they be like, "What?"
Fucking on the beach, they gonna be like, "Nigga, run your shit, nigga. I want everything you got." That's funny as fuck, man. All right, well, you gotta play this last one.
Okay, cool.
How much time are we at?
Almost 2 hours.
Hey, man,
we did it.
This is fucking legendary shit right here, man. Fucking lit from beginning to end. Cross, bro. I know you want to close it. Music. Tell me about what's going on in the future, bro.
Who is that? Play. My single called Play. Who is that? That's about to be different. So this is me. This is so far how this is happening. So this interview, everything that's going is kind of me ending that life.
Really?
Yeah. I'm no longer be hosting. It's done. No longer be throwing events.
Really?
Yeah, that documentary I put out for the people was really my retirement. I just wasn't making it dramatic and saying it, but that was my retirement. That was me saying I'm no longer hosting no more. So it's no more hosting and curating. Because to me, it's the same thing as far as how I did it. It wasn't like I'm a host and then people, kind of book me. I'm behind the scenes of it. So it's no more me doing that. I want to give all the game to who I feel like is coming next, and then full-fledged directing and music. That's it.
Bro.
So then when that come through, then I can bounce back right to it, and then it'll be this soundbite when I said it, and bounce right back to it, and be able to, be that bridge.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Man,
Done hosting. I did it at the perfect time because if I would have did it earlier, it wouldn't have been nobody really do. Like, it just now came back up. People really doing it. People wouldn't be doing events and stuff like
there's
that.
There's the torch is still lit. Like,
it's people I can't actually pass it to. It was a point where it was nobody to pass it to.
That's amazing.
Everybody was at 37. So I love that. And so it's going to where I'm got the full-fledged tape gonna be crazy. The tape is called The Trap Kid Cudi. I never announced it nowhere else.
It's exclusive shit, man.
The Trap Kid Cudi.
Woo. What does that album title mean to you?
Me basically being from Cleveland and then living in Atlanta. The birth of trap. So a Clevelander, you know what I'm saying? Being in, we both from the same neighborhood. Me and Kid Cudi both from the same neighborhood in Cleveland.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's interesting, like it's dumb interesting. Like my cousin know him and everything, like type thing. They went to school together and shit. So I don't, I never, I've been to a concert, but I ain't never met him. But it's more like it wasn't for Cudi and basically how I'm talking. Being when I'm growing up, him talking about, okay, I'm from Cleveland, but I lived in New York. I made it because of New York. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Same thing for me. I made it because of Atlanta. So Trap Kid Cudi. Shit lit.
Man, bro. We can't wait.
The sound's gonna be crazy.
I was about to ask, is there anything we could expect different sonically or like?
Yeah. Definitely.
Man.
Visually more than anything though. I got the thing where it's a visual language, so it's more like the fact that the music can even be, going. The visuals is what we're gonna build, and that's me and my partner Palmer, and that's the company we got called The Gentleman. And that's everything you've been seeing me building up. All that is a story. It's all a story. So even this coming out after the Pink Flamingo show, I have something that's going to drop that's transitioning into me not announcing like on some like I said, not making it like I'm there, but I just know how many people look up to me in the underground. So when it comes to the mainstream, it's going to be people that like, nah, do your homework. He already been doing this. Like, he already been. So now it's like an artist that, like Rocky, he came like that. They was already moving in New York with the underground. So when they became, quote unquote, mainstream, they opened the doors for a lot of that medium. XXX and Tentacion, they was going crazy with their shows. So when Look at Me popped off, you can look back at everything they was doing. And then it was a whole bunch. So you see in the formula.
Oh, man, bro. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. It feels so exciting to even be. I feel like we're a part of that shit, bro.
Y'all are.
And we really appreciate you. As you said, I feel like you're one of the people who can make or break somebody in this shit. And, like, I appreciate you allowing us to, like, get to the position we are, because started off Pink Flamingo. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not going to... The first event I personally ever been to in Atlanta was Pink Flamingo. And that shit was a fucking movie. And then we dapped each other up and you showed me so much love. You had me be able to come to the other side of the stage. Like, my first event here, you know what I mean? Because niggas seen the love and niggas seen what we trying to do here, bro.
And I'm known for that. There's so many stories. There's a lot of people that looked out for me later on just on some just regular shit that I didn't even know I did that with. And they was like, bro, you don't remember back then you let us in. They wouldn't let us in and you happened to be out there and you was like, y'all chill out. And y'all let us in. You didn't even know. Now I'm doing this. I'm like, whoa, bet. You know what I mean? That's something, like I said, I'm not shit, so I don't got to introduce myself no more. So by the time I don't, it's like they getting me. They're not getting an idea, a persona. They getting me. You know what I'm saying? And then if I don't want to deal with shit, I just don't go outside.
Fact. Nah, listen, I'm an indoor cat myself, man. I stay inside.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm not doing like this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta spend that time being strategic when you get a chance, you know. But we could get into that.
Yeah.
We
this
gotta
shit was
get you
dope.
back on
This shit
here in
was
the
lit.
future, man, bro. Let's take a shot to this shit, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for coming out here, bro.
New Underground.
New Underground
Big
Atlanta,
cross.
man. Quality medicine.
Mm.
A legendary one.
Very.
Yeah.